Okay, so we just went through adding an event. Um, went through adding an event through the front end. That was under the add an event menu link. And now we're just going through the last bit of the manager resources um, area, which is manage my event. This page is pretty straightforward, to be honest. What it does is it shows a list of all the events submitted by the user that is logged in. So it doesn't show all the events that are created on the timetable. It will just show you the events that you have created personally through your login. If that needs to change, there needs to be a configuration to enable everybody all the managers to access all the events and edit all the events. Then that can be done, or individuals to be able to do that, and that can be done. But it makes sense that it should be restricted so that it only shows the events submitted by the person that's logged in at that time. So in other words, Lindsay can only edit Lindsay's class. Tony can only edit Tony's class, but he can't edit Tom's class or Lynette's class or whatever. So they're just going to be able to edit their own classes. And it's all pretty self-explanatory. So we've got a list of all the events, the, the, the event, the category, the date of the class. It shows how many registrants are in that class as well. So again, it's quite a nice way of just seeing how many people registered for a specific event. But if you wanted to edit or take the class out the timetable without deleting it, then you can just click on publish. If you want to edit some of the details for that particular class, then you can obviously click edit. Click edit, it will take you to the view that you had when you were submitting the event in the first place. So we just click on that just to show you. And here we are, we have the view you had when you were submitting the event in the first place. And you can just run through all those different tabs, all those different fields, just as you did when you submitted it. Group registration, miscellaneous, discount, and so on, extra information and so on. You'll notice that there's one tab that's missing, and that is recurring. And that's because this event that we're editing here is actually a child of a parent's event or class, meaning that this is one of the classes that was created when we created the recurring event in the first place. So this isn't the original event, if you like. This is a replication of the original event. So you can't create a recurrence of a child. However, if you were looking at the original event, the one that you created in the first instance, then you would see the recurring tab there, and you would be able to edit that recurring information. So that's essentially it. There's not much else to talk about on this menu item. We're just looking at a summary of my events, the opportunity to unpublish without deleting the event, which means it will take it off the timetable, and then if you log back into this later on, you can republish it if you wanted to, and it wouldn't be deleted, it would still be there, just unpublished. And again, just the edit button in order to be able to edit the details of that particular event. But apart from that, that's really it. And that brings an end to the tutorials for the manager resources. Again, I'll talk about the member list at another time. Just have a very quick look here. It needs some work. It's not working perfectly at the moment. But you can see you'll be able to search the members through search fields, and you can go in and have a look at the details of the individual, see what their email address is, what their telephone number is, and if they're logged in. You can click on the individual and have a look at some of the other details, photograph, where they are location-wise, Facebook pages if they've entered it, etc., when they last visited, and you can download their details as a vCard to add into Outlook or your Apple contacts list. But there's work to be done so that only active members in specific user groups show up. At the moment, it will just show everybody that's registered on the website. And if they become an inactive member, it will still be there. So there's some work to be done to make sure that they get taken off this list for it to be a reliable resource in seeing who's got an active membership without getting into the back end and having a look properly. But that's it. That's all there is to the tutorials. Thank you very much.